Welcome to part 3 of Rondo of Blood. We are now on this crazy pirate ship, which is probably one of the coolest levels in the game if I were to be honest. You got these enemies that wield Morningstar type weapons, but it looks like the weapon shouldn't work the way they use it because it just looks like a fishing pole with some sort of spiked ball on the end of it, and any sort of momentum will just snap that stick in half. But whatever. You know, me bringing logic and physics into a 16-bit game featuring a girl who fights undead creatures with doves is a pretty dangerous practice, but somehow I do it anyway because it's fun. I love the archers from a design standpoint. Pretty easy to avoid though, you just duck in order to not get shot in the face. You also got riflemen that appear later on this stage. They return in Symphony of the Night. This mini-boss right here, for lack of a better term, is either really simple or really tedious depending on how you go about it. You just search for the red glowing sword, hit that once, and all the other swords will go down just like that. And we got more skeletons with bow and arrows. Okay, this game takes place in 1792. If there are rifles now, why are these guys still using bow and arrows? Okay, we got this boss. This boss is really unique in that it takes one hit to kill you. If it grabs a hold of you, you will die instantly. And the death animation itself is kinda grim. You just shatter into a million freaking pieces. That's some harsh stuff. There's the rifleman. You see, he's actually smart because he updated with the times. What the hell is the bow and arrow dude doing? I'm trying to be Hawkeye. Well, no, Hawkeye is cool. You're lame. Kind of a weird side tangent, but I still think Hawkeye is the most underrated Avenger. Just a dude with a bow and arrow. Doesn't have the Tony Stark technology or Captain America's super soldier serum steroid junk. Yeah, just bow and arrow and a lot of wit. Alright, so this part right here is just a straightaway shot with a bunch of riflemen, or one rifleman, harpies, and... oh, I just did the slide right there. That was the point of the game where I discovered, oh yeah, Maria can slide. But you got harpies, you got a rifleman, and you got these huge armor knight dudes. I don't know what they're called. Now here's a boss fight with good old buddy-o pal Death, who just likes to return in every Castlevania game to wreak havoc. Except for the Game Boy ones, he couldn't be bothered to actually be in those. He thought those sucked. Well, the adventures sucked, but not Belmont's Revenge. I don't know why he wasn't in that one. Death himself has a bunch of different attacks that will catch you off guard. The Grim Reaper sounded a lot like a Transformer there that is highly disconcerting. Now, he starts off the boss fight with his usual shtick. He floats around and he throws scythes at you. Pretty easy to avoid, especially with Maria with the higher mobility as well as the slide. When you get Death down to half health, that's when he starts to go absolutely berserk. And speaking of berserk, rest in peace Kentaro Miura, you gave us one of the best manga series in recent memory. You will be missed. Here's an attack that's easy to avoid and question. It has really weird scaling, but you just move from left to right and you should be fine. Here's the third and final form of Death himself. He starts to become all Kill Bill and uses his scythe as a melee weapon. Now, be careful not to get hit by one of his swings, because if you get hit by a hard swing, you'll just go flying straight off the platform and die. I was lucky enough not to get hit by a hard swing, and then... okay, I honestly forgot that happened. See you next game. But I was lucky enough not to get hit by a hard swing and go flying off the platform. But that's Death for you. He's not too hard. He's just a show-off. That's the Grim Reaper just showing off for you. And look where he got him. He got beaten by a girl.
Such a fine girl. Surely the blood of a beautiful woman will quench the thirst in my body.
Stay away from me!
What are you afraid of? In exchange for your blood, you can gain eternal life and beauty from me, can you not? Please, it's a simple matter. I get what I need, and you benefit as well. And then together, you and I shall reign over this world.
If it means becoming a savage, I would sooner kill myself.
As you wish. However, what exactly makes me a savage? If my existence itself makes me savage, is that not the result of this world? Are not all the people of this age savages as well? If so, I should be a shining beacon for what this world wants me to be. The one to lead them. Do you not agree?
My Lord Count,
What is it?
there are intruders in the castle.
I see. Destiny can be quite fun at times. They've likely come to interfere. I hope you'll be in a better mood later.
Save me. Richter.
God damn, the art style is fucked. Now this stage right here is the proverbial boss rush. You have to fight 4 different bosses before you contend with the final boss of this area, who is Shaft! Damn right. We all know the memes and references. The first boss of this little boss rush will be the Bat. Now he's got fireballs which will home in on your current location, and he's also got this drill attack which Knuckles the Echidna will not be envious of, trust me. The Bat is easy to whip and take down. I also use the throwing daggers in this part because it's just that damn powerful. The next boss is also relatively easy to take down. It isn't until the 3rd and 4th boss that you'll start to feel the struggle. The Man Bat is down. The next boss in the lineup is... wait for it. Oh, god damn it, it's Medusa. Snake here has a couple of different attacks, mainly ones that will hinder you, like that petrification beam that makes its return from Castlevania 3. She's also got this attack which is... they look like green Cheerios? I think those are also snakes, but they just look odd. They're easy to avoid, and the good thing is Medusa suffers from knockback just as much as Richter does, so each hit she'll go flying back. But with enough knives to the throat, Medusa will go down in no time. What's the next boss? Is it Frankenstein's monster or the mummy? I forgot. I think it's the mummy actually. Oh, okay, the mummy is next. The mummy is a bit tougher. The mummy will spawn platforms which you have to jump over in order to not get crushed. You don't die in one hit, but the crushing does hurt a lot. And not only just that, the mummy will shoot wrappings all over the place, just like that, and it's hard to avoid. Good thing is, once you defeat the mummy, he'll drop meat, which is kind of useful for the next boss coming up, Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein's monster is the toughest out of all the bosses, even Shaft himself, and he's got a couple of different attacks, mainly this lightning attack, which is kind of hard to avoid, and you gotta time it right in order to jump over. He's resistant to daggers, and he drops shit from the I can't talk today. He drops shit from the ceilings. My advice to you for this boss is to defeat him as quickly as possible, because the more the fight drags on, the more unnecessary damage you'll take. Now for the main man himself, it is Shaft! Who is actually white in Castlevania games. It's not the other Shaft. Now, what I want to do for Shaft is die, because I'm on low health, and dying to Shaft will make you start back at Shaft. You don't have to do the entire boss rush over again. Well, kind of. I do give this an honest attempt, but I still die, so there's that.
Shaft of lightning!
Not only did Richter just explode into a mist of blood, but that mist of blood also vaporized. That's rough. Now, this was censored in the Super Nintendo Dracula X game, which is kind of weird because it makes it look like some other bodily fluid. It just... Okay, so you change the blood, make it look like semen. Jizz. That's somehow even grosser than the blood itself. I don't know how you managed to pull that off, Nintendo. I'll talk more about Castlevania Dracula X in the next episode, which is the finale of this game, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I don't really like Dracula X at all, but I'll save my thoughts for then. Shaft is pretty easy to take down. He's got 3 different orb attacks. The one you're seeing right now is the lightning one, and then he's got a fire one which will come towards you, and this one which also comes towards you. And here's his desperation attack, which is... He just goes towards the center of the screen. I think that's one of the few desperation attacks that will kill you if you're at low health, so be careful. But that's going to be the end of part 3 of Castlevania Rondo of Blood. Man, that was a short episode. Tune back in for the finale where we finish off Dracula once again. And also Shaft returns because why not? We need another Shaft. I'll see you guys then.